We have to make fun of Joy Reid because she appeared on the Piers Morgan show and it was hilarious. I mean, I don't know if she knew what the ambush that she was getting ready to jump into, but man, did he ever tear into her. So a couple clips. The first one, he played a couple clips of her on the Mark Lamont Hill show. I think we even played one of them earlier this week. And you know how race baity she is. It's all she can think about is race.
Melanin, right.
Yeah. And so he played a couple of examples of that. And then she had the absolute audacity to accuse Piers of trying to racialize conversations. He was not having that.
I mean, look, let's be honest. I don't think you were fired after all those years because of your skin color or because you're a black woman. I think you were fired because your show just got increasingly unpopular. It happens all the time in TV. That's why you got let go. Why play the race card?
First of all, I love the fact that your play the race card is your version of the race card. You literally are so fixated on trying to racialize conversations with me, Piers, that I find it actually
you racialize more conversations in your tenure at MSNBC than any host in history.
All right, Mark. All right, Piers. And the bottom line is you take an entire conversation that I had with Mark Lamont Hill and pick the bits that you can racialize because this is your shtick. And I get that this is your shtick.
You racialize everything, Joy. Come on.
I get it. I understand this is your shtick, Piers. And listen, game recognized game. I get this is your game.
It's not my shtick.
And the bottom line,
it was your shtick.
It is your shtick, and everyone knows that it
shtick.
It totally was her. That's all she did was concentrate on melanin. Oh my God.
I mean, God, I love that. So then I guess they got into this conversation about some like LGBTQIA book that was in kids' libraries or whatever that she wanted to be there because she's an ally. She's an ally to the LGBTQ community. So he called her out and said, hey, remember when you were like a total homophobe on your website years ago and then you tried to pretend that you didn't write the things that you actually wrote? And the context of that, and this was years ago on she had a blog where she wrote she would never watch Brokeback Mountain because it's like super disgusting to watch two men make out. And so he called her out on that for her hypocrisy and she got uncomfortable.
Absolutely no difference.
I'm talking about you posting on your blog that you wouldn't watch Brokeback Mountain because you don't want to see two male characters having sex. Does that make me homophobic? Probably. Most straight people cringe at the sight of two men kissing. Your words, not mine, Joy.
And your point is?
That maybe that makes you a bit of a hypocrite when you're taking the position of being an ally for the LGBTQ community. And actually, the best way to handle it, I would argue, is just to say, you know what? Actually, I did write that at the time. They're not my views now. I've learned, I've evolved, I've moved on. Trying to pretend even now that you didn't write it is preposterous. And I think you know that.
The bottom line is what I've said, and I will say it again, is that I take full responsibility for everything that was on that site. I'm deeply apologetic for the things that were on that site that hurt people, and I take responsibility for it because it was my site. And that's the end of that. And my views, as you know, and as I've said on television, on air, are quite different from the views that you just read. And that's the end of that.
That's the end of that, she said.
That's the end of that. Isn't
no,
that
she still didn't admit that she wrote it. She won't. Yeah. She won't say that.
Yeah. She was uncomfortable.
Yeah. And I loved it.
Me too. She's very comfortable.
Are you familiar with the reporter Scott McFarland?
Mm-mm.
I wasn't either. I don't recognize him, but apparently I can't even remember what outlet he was on, but he was talking to Chuck Todd because he was at Butler, Pennsylvania, the day that Trump got shot.
Okay.
And I have never in my life seen somebody try to make an attempted assassination on a president more about themselves than I have with this Scott McFarland guy. He's from CBS. Just listen.
For those of us there, it was such a horror because you saw an emerging America. And it wasn't the shooting, Chuck. I got diagnosed with PTSD within 48 hours.
I got put
on trauma leave. Not because I think of the shooting, but because you saw it in the eyes, the reaction of the people. They were coming for us. If he didn't jump up with his fist, they were going to come kill us.
I know.
He was put on trauma leave. Did I hear that correctly? He was put on leave. He had to go on leave, you guys.
I can't.
Oh
I
my
just
God. It is. It's all about him. It's like Jasmine Crockett making the flooding all about her.
Yes.
Who
yes.
are these people? They all need to be punched directly in the face. And I'm sorry, I know this show is not about violence.
We don't condone that at all.
We don't condone it on this show. But that guy, what a complete wuss.
Right? I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it.
Meanwhile, Trump got shot in the head.
Right.
And actually stood up and said, fight. And that guy's like, I'm going to need some weeks off from work because I watched it. And Trump's like, let me get back to work.
People's eyeballs looked scary at me. And so I need leave.
What an absolute wussy.
Also, I know we've talked a lot about how scary AI can be, but there are things about it that I love, like clips like this.
Tonight, the president has deported the cast of The View. Their show will be replaced by 4 hours of screaming goat videos. Not much of a difference there.
Not much of a difference. That's actually mean to goats. Don't you think that's mean to goats? I like goats.
I do too. I think that's a great comparison.
Right. I mean, I would have.
Because they just bleat. They just sit around and they bleat.
I would use hyenas or something like that, but maybe not goats.
Well, the hyenas also have fur, so
goats have fur.
I know. I'm saying, like, it's hard no matter what, because
I know, because they're all.
I have a fur policy. Anyway, I just thought that was funny.
You guys are supposed to wear sunscreen to protect your skin from the sun, but OneSkin and their mineral SPF line doesn't just protect your skin from the sun. It also prevents collagen loss, and it reduces inflammation, and it repairs past sun damage, and it gives you smoother, more even skin. It makes it prettier. It's skincare with sunscreen, which I love because I can use all the help I can get in my 50s, you guys. OneSkin formula, it has this OS1 peptide. And it's this groundbreaking, unbelievable thing that it delivers advanced sun care that nourishes and it restores your skin. And it's awesome. I keep sunscreen right by our back door. It's like right when you walk outside. The entire family uses it. My daughter uses it. I use it. It's just, sunscreen is a no-brainer here in Texas. We spend a lot of time outside, and I love how it's not just sunscreen. It's anti-aging. It's good for your skin. It absorbs well. It's not greasy or gross like a lot of other sunscreens. And the sunscreen, their skincare was developed by an all-woman team of scientists with PhDs in skin regeneration and stem cell biology and immunology, and they know what they're doing. OneSkin is awesome stuff, you guys. They're all about keeping your skin looking and acting younger forever. So for a limited time, you can try them with 15% off using code CHICKS at oneskin.co. Again, it's co, not com. That's oneskin.co. Use code CHICKS. And then tell them that you heard about them from the Chicks. Tell them that you heard about them from us.
Do it.